Have you ever wondered about the different personality types that can potentially harm your life? This question may seem a tad dramatic, but it's an essential one to ask. As we journey through life, we encounter a myriad of personalities, some that enrich our experiences and some that, well, don't. Today we're going to delve into the latter, the types of personalities that can potentially harm your life. Now, this isn't about creating an us versus them narrative, but rather it's about fostering an understanding of our interactions and relationships. It's about learning to navigate the intricacies of human behavior to ensure our well-being. We'll be exploring a variety of personalities, each with its own unique set of characteristics. First up, we have the manipulative individual, a master of deception who places personal gains over others' well-being. Then we have the criticizer, who delights in speaking poorly of others, often revealing more about their character than the person they criticize. We'll also delve into the realm of the gossipmonger, the people pleaser, and the fake listener. These individuals can be quite tricky to handle, as they often disguise their true intentions behind friendly facades or attentive nods. Then there are those who lack empathy. Individuals whose inability to understand others' feelings can lead to harmful actions. We'll also discuss the provocateur, the perpetual problem facer, and the two-faced individual. These personalities can drain your energy and test your patience, all while subtly manipulating your emotions. Lastly, we'll touch on the toxic individual, the one who spreads negativity, undermines self-esteem, and creates a harmful environment. Recognizing the signs of toxicity and setting boundaries with such individuals is crucial for maintaining your emotional well-being. By navigating through these characters, we can learn when it's wise to keep a safe distance. This journey won't necessarily be easy, but it will be enlightening. So buckle up and prepare to dive deep into the nuances of trust and human behavior. First up, we have the manipulative individual. This is the person who paints a picture so real it's hard to see the brushstrokes of deceit. They are adept at using tactics such as lies, psychological games, and emotional exploitation to achieve their ends. They are the masters of disguise, often hiding their true intentions behind a veil of charm and charisma. Their priority is personal gain, often at the expense of others' well-being. Spotting them can be tricky, but keep an eye out for signs like a lack of transparency, inconsistent behavior, and feeling controlled. It's important to remember that you have the power to set the rules of engagement. Don't be afraid to set clear boundaries. If you feel like you're constantly being manipulated, it may be time to distance yourself. Remember, self-preservation is not selfish, it's essential. Setting clear boundaries is essential, and distancing yourself may be necessary for self-preservation. Next, we encounter the criticizer, those who revel in speaking poorly of others. A criticizer is someone who finds pleasure in pointing out the faults, mistakes, or shortcomings of others. They tend to be judgmental, negative, and often lack the ability to offer constructive criticism. This behavior stems from a variety of reasons. Some do it out of insecurity, using criticism to feel superior. Others may do it out of jealousy, trying to diminish the success or happiness of others. How do we deal with such individuals? First, understand that their criticism is more about them than you. Try not to take it personally. Recognize the difference between constructive criticism and mindless negativity. If you find yourself the target of a criticizer, stay calm and don't engage in an argument. Instead, set boundaries and distance yourself if necessary. Recognize when it's wise to step back from individuals who engage in such behavior. Now let's discuss gossipmongers, those who spread rumors and harm others' images. These individuals thrive on the thrill of sharing secrets, feeding off the drama they create. They often feel empowered by knowing something others don't, and they use this information as a currency, trading it for social status or personal satisfaction. The problem with gossipmongers is that they rarely consider the emotional toll their stories can take on others, often damaging reputations and relationships. Gossipmongers are, in essence, information predators. They exploit the vulnerabilities of others to serve their own needs. So how do you protect yourself from these individuals? You need to be cautious about what you share and with whom. Be discerning about the people you confide in. If you notice someone constantly sharing stories about others, it's a clear sign that they might do the same with your personal information. Be cautious about sharing your life with those who show no respect or understanding. You deserve to be surrounded by people who value your trust and respect your privacy. Moving on, we have the people pleaser, someone who appears friendly with everyone but may harbor hidden motives. The people pleaser is like a chameleon, adjusting their behavior to fit in with any crowd. They're the ones always saying yes, even when they mean no. They prioritize the approval of others over their own needs and desires, often at the expense of their own authenticity. But why do they act this way? It's often rooted in a deep-seated fear of rejection or conflict. They believe if they can make everyone else happy, they'll be loved and accepted. But this can lead to resentment, exhaustion, and a loss of self. So how should you approach a people pleaser? Remember, their actions are not about you, but about their own insecurities. Encourage them to express their true feelings and needs, but also approach them with care, as they may prioritize their own popularity over genuine relationships. Next up is the fake listener, someone who pretends to listen but lacks genuine engagement in conversations. This personality type can be quite deceptive, as they give the impression of being attentive. However, their minds are often elsewhere, and they're not actively processing what you're sharing. It's like speaking to a beautifully carved marble statue, stoic, unmoving, and unresponsive. How do you spot a fake listener? Look for signs of distraction, such as excessive nodding, lack of questions, or empty responses like aha and right. They often fail to recall details from previous conversations, a clear indicator of their disinterest. Handling such individuals can be tricky. It's crucial not to take their lack of attentiveness personally. Remember, their inability to listen genuinely is a reflection of their character, not your worthiness to be heard. Don't hesitate to wrap up conversations if you notice they're not genuinely interested. Your time and words deserve respect. The individual lacking empathy is another character to be cautious of. This person walks through life with a distinct lack of understanding or awareness of the feelings of others. They often seem detached, cool, and indifferent, making it difficult for them to form genuine connections. This lack of empathy is not always due to a malicious intent, but rather it's often a result of their own emotional disconnect or past experiences. This individual may not understand why you're upset or may dismiss your feelings as irrelevant. Their inability to relate can make you feel misunderstood and alone. It's important to understand that their lack of empathy is not a reflection of your worth, but rather their own emotional limitations. Dealing with such an individual requires patience and understanding. Setting clear emotional boundaries is essential, as is maintaining a level of emotional independence. Their inability to understand others' feelings can lead to harmful actions, making them less reliable and responsible. We now come to the provocateur, who constantly irritates and provokes. A provocateur by nature thrives on stirring up trouble and creating discord. They can be subtle, disguising their provocations as innocent remarks, or be overt, intentionally pushing your buttons to evoke a response. Their goal? To manipulate you into reacting, often leading to regrettable decisions or actions. How do you spot a provocateur? Look for signs of intentional agitation, such as persistent contrarian viewpoints or a tendency to challenge your beliefs unnecessarily. They may also seem to enjoy creating tension or conflict among groups. Preserving your emotional well-being in the face of a provocateur can be a challenge, but remember, you have the power to control your reactions. Don't allow their provocations to dictate your response. Instead, practice calmness and assertiveness. Avoid getting drawn into their games, and if needed, distance yourself from them. Recognize when you're being provoked and take steps to protect your emotional well-being. Next, we have the perpetual problem facer, someone always immersed in conflicts. They are like a ship caught in a relentless storm, constantly battered by waves of issues, disputes, and misunderstandings. They are the architects of their own misfortune, often creating problems where none exist, and magnifying minor issues into major crises. Their actions may stem from a need for attention, or perhaps a deep-rooted belief that life is inherently problematic. They may feel a sense of purpose when battling adversity, and this constant conflict becomes their comfort zone. When dealing with these individuals, it's essential to understand that their problems are often self-created. They may try to involve you in their drama, seeking your advice, sympathy, or intervention. However, it's crucial to remember that their problems are not yours to solve. It's okay to show empathy and offer advice, but it's equally important to maintain your emotional boundaries. Be cautious when dealing with them, as their problems can become your burdens. The two-faced individual is someone who shows appreciation to your face, but spreads harmful rumors behind your back. They are the embodiment of duplicity, masters of the art of deception. They wear a mask of friendliness when they're with you, offering compliments and support. Yet behind your back, they engage in a smear campaign, spreading rumors and sparking conflicts. Recognizing a two-faced individual isn't always easy. They're skilled at hiding their true intentions, but there are signs to look out for. Inconsistencies in their behavior, a tendency to agree with everyone, and a knack for spreading rumors can be telling signs of their duplicitous nature. Once you've identified a two-faced person, it's crucial to distance yourself. Engaging with them can lead to emotional distress and unnecessary conflicts. Maintain your dignity and protect your peace by setting clear boundaries. Remember, not all smiles are genuine and not all compliments are sincere. Distance yourself from them when you detect this duplicity. Lastly, we encounter toxic individuals who spread negativity, undermine self-esteem, and create a harmful environment. These individuals are often masters of manipulation, using their words and actions to belittle, criticize, and control others. They may seem charming and charismatic at first, but over time their true nature becomes apparent. Toxic people have a negative impact on your emotional well-being, often leaving you feeling drained, stressed, and unhappy. They can make you doubt your worth and abilities, and they can make your life feel like a constant battle. Recognizing a toxic person can be challenging, but there are signs to look out for. Pay attention to how you feel after interacting with them. If you often feel worse about yourself, it's a clear indication of their toxic influence. It's crucial to protect yourself from these individuals. Set clear boundaries, limit your interactions, and don't hesitate to cut ties if necessary. Remember, your emotional well-being should always come first. Recognize the signs of toxicity, set boundaries, and prioritize your emotional well-being. If you've dealt with any of these personality types or have insights to share, please do so in the comments. We've navigated through a fascinating journey today, unmasking various personality traits that may impact our lives. Let's take a moment to recap our key insights. We started with the manipulative individual, a character who prioritizes personal gains and uses tactics like lies and psychological games. Then, we discussed the criticizer, an individual who often reveals their own insecurities by speaking ill of others. We cautioned against the gossipmonger, who exploits others' mistakes to elevate themselves. We also discussed the people pleaser, a character who may choose popularity over genuine relationships. The fake listener, who lacks genuine engagement in conversations, was another personality we highlighted. Next, we discussed the empathy-lacking individual, whose inability to understand others' feelings can lead to harm. We also shed light on the provocateur, a character who constantly irritates and subtly manipulates over time. We then delved into the perpetual problem facer, someone always immersed in conflicts and their potential to turn their problems into your burdens. We also discussed the two-faced individual, who shows appreciation to your face but spreads harmful rumors behind your back. Finally, we talked about the toxic individual, a character who spreads negativity, undermines self-esteem, and creates a harmful environment. These individuals require us to set boundaries and prioritize our emotional well-being. Remember, recognizing these personality traits is the first step towards safeguarding our emotional health. It's important to distance ourselves when necessary, and most importantly, to respect our own feelings and experiences. We encourage you to share your own experiences or insights about these personality types in the comments. Your stories could be a beacon of guidance for someone else navigating through similar situations. We hope this message has been helpful. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, Subscribe to our channel for more valuable insights and watch our special video for further knowledge. Until next time, stay strong.